Hello everyone, welcome back for another YouTube video. I'm Crypto Fraser, and in this video I want to talk about the Senate's infrastructure bill and what to expect on Saturday. And today is Sunday, so this happened yesterday, and I just want to read through this article and talk about it, what it potentially means for the industry, and and how I see it affecting the cryptocurrency space as a whole. So let's have a look. The US Senate is poised to vote on a $1 trillion infrastructure bill that will see some $550 billion in new spending for rail networks, roads and bridges, water management, and a plethora of other issues. Before that, however, it must work through more than a dozen amendments, including two that seek to narrow a cryptocurrency tax reporting provision that would raise about $28 billion in over the next 10 years. In its present form, the provision would broaden the definition of a broker to any entity within the cryptocurrency industry that facilitates the transfer of digital currencies for another person. This could include miners, hardware and software developers, and other parties that help facilitate a transaction but don't participate in the transaction. The Blockchain Association, Coin Center, Coinbase, Rabbit Capital and Square said in a joint statement earlier this week. Second, it makes possible a massive increase in financial surveillance, potentially requiring companies to report information about individuals even if they are not customers, the groups added. The provision was one of a few that held up the introduction of the overall bill last week and may have contributed to a delay in votes on Thursday, an individual close to the negotiations told CoinDesk. The narrow scope of the provision, Senators Ron Wyden, Pat Toomey and Cynthia Lummis introduced an amendment that would exempt miners and other types of validators, as well as other entities that don't provide custody and trading services. The Senate is expected to vote on this amendment at some point on Saturday. Through negotiations may push the vote as late as Monday. However, Rob Portman, one of the key negotiators of the overall infrastructure package and lawmaker who inserted the original provision, introduced a competing amendment with Senator Mark Warner and Kristen Sinema, the other lead negotiator of the bill. This amendment would specifically exempt proof of work validators, i.e. miners, and entities in selling hardware or that allows individuals to control their own private keys. The Senate is also expected to vote on this amendment on Saturday. Okay, so we knew regulation was coming at some point, but we just didn't know in which form it would. And I don't know, it's quite surprising really that they're exempting proof of work. So they've basically come out and said that Bitcoin and Ethereum are okay because they're proof of work. Ethereum, however, has plans to move over to proof of stake, which is proof of stake being far more environmentally friendly, which is another shock to why this is why they're hitting us so hard with proof of stake. And I don't know. We knew it was coming at some point, but it's a bit of a shock. I'm a bit upset about it, to be honest with you. We've waited for this long to hear something, and they've allowed this space to grow in such a way, and there's so much potential, particularly in the DeFi space, and that's effectively what they're targeting. And apparently they are going to make it basically impossible for staking pools and any proof of stake cryptocurrency to operate its governance and things like that from staking, because they want to have KYC information on every stake pool delegator. I don't know. I'd like to think that there's just a lot of noise there being created right now, and it'll get past, and it'll all won't turn out to be as bad as we're all thinking at the minute. Yeah, I found quite often in life that tends to be the case, where you hear about something, you freak out about it, and then it doesn't happen. Doesn't The outcome isn't half as bad as what you think it's going to be, sort of thing. And that's the way I'd like it to play out in this. Yeah, but if not, it could be absolutely catastrophic for the DeFi space, particularly in America. And the funny thing is that they've exempted Ethereum for this, but Ethereum's got the largest DeFi space in the whole cryptocurrency network, and they're just going to hammer it. And potentially what we could see is these technologies moving out of America, packing up shop and moving to a country that is happy to facilitate them and make their life easier for them to develop and grow and use this technology. And America could be cutting its own nose off to spite itself, sort of thing, spite its face. So yeah, the outcome of this vote is going to be very interesting. It's something that I'm going to watch closely and intently. Yeah, there's been no concrete news come out yet, so I'd imagine it's probably not going to be today that it comes out, possibly tomorrow. But I'll keep you all updated, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you very much, and bye for now.